I'm all right. I'm all right, Jack. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Director and MK Sportscars. Back in the workshop, as I said, we're doing some individual builds going on at the moment. Quite a bit going on in the workshop. I was doing them, show you what's going on with each car. Now, this particular car, it's got some panels on it now. It has had the SADEV Sequential Gearbox fitted to it. So what we've got here is basically a cup-based chassis. So it's Ford-based chassis, running gear, all our billet front corners, 265 cross-dual road discs, billet front hubs, bearing carriers, everything on it. If you haven't seen this before, not stay tuned. All the radiator systems on, which is a 70mm core radiator that we do with all our laser cut brackets, inboard push rod suspension. All the Zeus fasteners are in here for the mount of the nose cone, and some headlights that they're a bit funky. I get it, but this is for IVA because it's mainly going to live its life on the track. So we're trying not to fit too many components to the wings. So we've made these contraptions just for passing that, and it'll all be torn off anyway, so it saves weight from the racetrack for where this car will live most of its life. Got an engine, 1.8 Mark II MB engine. It's been gone through, got some rods in it and bigger injectors, and head's been ported and bits and bobs. Mated 2, which you can't see now, but in there is the SADEV 6-speed sequential gearbox. But as we move forward from there, we've fitted all the really nice bodywork which has been painted. Jasu's car, as this is, he got his own painter to deal with this. I think it's Nathan, so hats off, fair play to Nathan. Done an amazing job. Really, really nice blue, especially when it's paired with that, which is the roll cage and some other features that will be going on this stripe. It's going to look absolutely wicked. So got all the steering column in, that's all in. Scuttles in, bulkhead element panel, that's all in. Got some bits to mount on here because we have the bulkhead. Normally we'd try to mount everything off here, but where the air filter sits here, which is where we would normally put the header tank and catch tank, we have to mount them on the bulkhead because we've got nowhere to put it. So interior wise, we've been on with, we've got the dashboard in. This is only temporary, just for the switches. We'll see that in a second. Power that up actually. So turn the ignition on. No, where's the ignition? That one there, isn't it? So aim dashboard in, all nicely wired up. We'll turn the hazard off. There's a little hazard button here, tiny little buttons. How small are they? They're really cute, aren't they? Look how cool they are. Yeah. Woohoo, there goes the horn. They got Finn. But yeah, also we've got the gear numbers now on the dashboard. Ooh, just halfway back. Get that in a second. That all works fine. That's all been wired in. Joe's just done the wiring, got the fire extinguisher pull cabled in and all the switch gear for that. Made a custom panel tunnel top. It's just got really final fit yet. It's just been laid in there at the moment for that, and the gear lever. Makes it all nice, softer, more comfortable and IVA compatible. All the holes have been drilled in here, ready for the roll cage and the mounting of the roll cage or the bracketry, ready done. And we scroll around here, rear arches in, and whole brake setup, which we showed last week. So this has actually got, hard to see in here, but it's got a top hat here we put in, which is for a wheelwood caliper with a handbrake mechanism on it that runs up to our adjustable cable here. So we've got adjustable cable here. You can adjust it here or here for tension, for how high you want it, but actually the MAZDA one itself under there does have a little screw adjustment on it as well, but once you're pulling that in. So that's a nice little setup for a wheelwood handbrake combination. And then the back, we've got a 392 ATB, as it says on the tin there. Drive shafts, shocks, fuel tank all in with the fuel pump and level sender in there, and a screw cap, which I think we spoke before about this, but it's just a reminder for you, that has that will be secured, tethered to make that compatible. Back's panels all fitted, number plate light, we've made that detachable again for racing, so you can just do it and it's on one little plug under there if you want to do it in case you want to, well, lighten the car, but also you don't want to damage it. The rear lights all in, again IVA spec, heights and everything else position wise. Dashboard final fits, got to be just finished, but this is all tacked in now. Just the fixings, simple fixings on this, make it look clean and simple, which is how we like it. And then exhaust system in the manifolds, all done. It's a stock manifold off the MX-5 itself, and then we make the link pipe, this part here, and the part that comes out. That will be bolted on later on once we fit the cage and all of that. It's all been pre-mocked up, but we've pulled it off for ease of working because the exhaust bracket's here. Ready? That's mounted, and it has a double fixing just in there for it. These plates are already pre-welded into your chassis. And the seat holes we'll do shortly. We're just going to be working on the seats. Now, over on this side, Finn will probably come around and follow me around in a minute. There's certain things. This is going to have a 4-point harness for the passenger and a 6-point for the driver. So we have the extra holes here, and we have this bar welded in. On all race cars, cup cars, etc., have those. But don't put them on road cars. A bit overkill for a 6-point harness on a road car. But we do all that for certainly for any kind of race application. Now, this car's a bit unique in what it is, which is the MAZDA 1.8 engine mated to the SADEV gearbox. We've got one fixing in there, I'll take it out, but under here, all the wiring, we've got a flat shift upshift on it as well, which is a Geartronic system, so we had to pull that without doing it. You can later on, if you want to, if we get into it and they feel like they want to, they can add downshift auto blips, you can add paddles to it, or you can do everything like that. But yeah, the filter's in, this is where it's going to mount here, but it's all branded now, all of our own MK branded filters made. Really nice install, nice and clean. All our hoses are MK Sportscars branded, all on these. We have these made now. Just adds a little bit more detail to your engine bay, which, let's be honest, when you pop the bonnet or the hood in America, as they say, then you want it to look nice, you want it to look clean, you want it to look tidy. Especially as a race car, you want to be able to see everything. If there's a leak on oil or a nut and bolt come loose, then you know you can action it really quickly and see it's quite obvious. So yeah, so this car's really moving forward. Oh, we've even got the aero screen. Forgot the aero screen holes have all been done. So this is going to have the double clear Perspex one aero screen. That'll be fitted after IVA because you're meeting requirements, but we'll fit it after IVA. It's a race car, as I say, but they'll have the double Perspex aero screen, so we've fitted all the fittings in for that. It's literally 5 holes to screw that in. It's super simple. I don't know if we've got it up here. I could find it later on if we need to. And then there'll be some other bits now we're going to be cracking on with. Seats, roll cage, boot cover, which will be next, which will be a carbon, same as this, be a carbon vinyl one that will go on. And then we're finishing off, we can now the bulkhead's in, we can finish off the plumbing, which will be the coolant lines, which will fill from here on the Mazda. Just here, for the header tank, we come off of this up to the header tank, and then we've got to do AN lines from here and here back to an oil catch tank, and then just a cold air intake feed we've got to make here, and there'll be a return off the top of the radiator here that will go back to the header tank as well. So yeah, quite a bit done. It does run. We're not running it a bit more now until we get coolant in it, but it starts, runs, all the ECU has been configured, done a really solid base map on this. We'll probably either stick it on the dyno once to double check everything, or we may even, once it's IVA, do some road testing as well to make sure drivability is there. But I'm certainly looking forward to driving this little engine with a sequential SADEV gearbox in, and they've done, SWR have done a fantastic job mapping that to us, to the bell housing and everything else, with a clutch that system, custom prop shaft that we've had made for it as well. So yeah, so if you want to know more about this type of car, you think, God, I want one of them in my garage, 2026 is my year, then hook us up, phone call, email, come and see us at the factory, and we can talk you through over this type of thing, a road car, a bike engine car, a Dura power powered car, or even maybe a turbo stuff, whatever you want, and whatever you fancy, whatever tickles your fancy to get in your garage. That's it. So right, that's it for this week, guys, and remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.